So today I'm going to teach you guys how to make a Dynagraph using GeoGebra. So once you open a new GeoGebra, the first thing you want to do is you want to hide the y-axis. So you can do that by right-clicking on the screen and going down to Graphics, and you go to y-axis, and you just select the box that says Show y-axis. Okay, so now you see that it has disappeared. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to create a point A that lies on the x-axis. So you just do that by hovering over the x-axis, and now point A lies on it. The next thing I want to do is create a line that my second point that is the output will lie on, and you'll see what I mean by that in just a minute. So if I go down to the input control panel, I'm just going to type in y equals 2, and that's going to create that the horizontal line at y equals 2. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to create a second point B that lies on that line y equals 2. And I just did that by hovering over the line. You see it gets thicker as I hover over it, which means that point B will be found on that line. So again, if I move point B around, you can see that it stays on the line y equals 2. So now I'm going to pick a function that will be represented by this Dynagraph, and that can be any function that you choose. So I'm going to choose the function. So you want to make sure you do f of x. You want to type out f of x just on your keypad equals, I'm going to do 2x minus 1. Okay, so when I press enter, it shows up as a line in the Cartesian plane. Now that's not what I want here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the left where it shows the blue dot. I'm going to click that dot, which makes the line disappear. The next thing I want to do is I want to relate A and B. I want A to be the input of my function and B to be the output of my function. So the way you do that is you create a new input off to the left, and I'm going to say B, and you want to make sure you type it exactly like this, B colon, and you want B to be the point, f of x, and in this you have to define what your variables are. So x in this case is going to be my A, and then the y value will always be 2 because we always want the point B to lie on the line y equals 2. Therefore, the y value will always be 2. And press enter. Okay, so now if you just do a little trial run to see if it worked, you see that as I move A, B reacts in the way that it would according to the function f of x. Okay, so my last step will be to connect the point A and B just with a vector, so that's right here. So I just create the vector from A to B, and you see that now I have a Dynagraph, and we can test it by looking at specific points. So when A is equal to 2, you see that if I plug in 2 for x here, I say 2 times 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3. Therefore, B is equal to 3 in my Dynagraph, which is true. And you can continue to do that with all values of A.